effectively, CAT had a very good earnings report. They've had exceptional earnings reports the past couple of quarters, right? And so there was nothing wrong on the day, and they actually did a good job. We lowered our price target multiple from 14 to 13 as the market's been less confident and so forth, but there's still tremendous upside.
So it's just driven by a multiple contraction in your mind.
Yeah.
Do you feel as though, with the forecast they gave, that Caterpillar is poised to deliver on those results? And is it as bearish as the market would make it seem given today's market action?
They are. So they didn't change their forecast, and the forecast is reasonable, and it's a perfectly appropriate range for the rest of the year. And moreover, CAT sits at mid-cycle-ish revenue levels, and they've been executing exceptionally well. So there's a lot of room for them to continue to deliver results as the revenues continue to come back.
Is growth slowing?
No, I mean, so growth is decelerating, right? So they've been growing 30%.
Well, that sounds like slowing to me. I mean,
I didn't know if it's stalling or slowing, but so growth has been growing 30%. You can't maintain that forever.
Right.
But the position they're in their markets, I mean, they're sort of coming up off of a very deep trough up to more normal levels. So you've kind of gotten that, super acceleration, but you still have a lot of room to go.
The one stat that I read today that really, I feel like encapsulates the trading action in CAT is that CAT has not beat and not raised their guidance since the beginning of 2016. So investors have become conditioned to a beat and a raise, whereas this time they got a beat and a reaffirm.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, if I were an investor and you're looking at big gains, you're thinking, are they playing it conservative to give them some leeway for slowing demand and or trouble spots from China and or increased costs from freight or materials?
Well, to be fair, CAT has really executed quite well. So they're surprised to the upside, as you mentioned, for quarter after quarter after quarter, and that's not always, easy to do. And so kudos to them for doing it. I think that tariffs have introduced some uncertainty into the market, and they're managing through that. And so as we kind of understand what that risk is, then we can sort of price that in better, and maybe the risk comes down.
What will you be watching in this current quarter to either reaffirm that buy thesis or tell you that maybe things are not on track?
Honestly, the biggest thing with CAT is that, are we at a point in the cycle where we're at an economic peak? Are we at a point where the revenues are at a peak? And the answer is just no. I mean, there's just no way that we're at that high a cycle. And so if they continue to do well operationally, then they'll continue to have a lot of upside to earnings. So, the biggest thing really is just watching them tick along on operations, which they've done very well over the last 2 years.